Oh boy, I'm still not done yet. After doing the whites, the blues, the reds, I still got to do all the charcoal. It's a lot of charcoal here. The one thing, of course, is that I've now used up all my Alakali 2 lacquer. It's done. There's a little bit there, but I'm not going to fuss with this. I'll get rid of this bottle soon. Painted a large amount of parts, primed it, you could say. I'll be painting it soon, but I'm not going to show this on camera. Just basically, just wanted to show you the heads up of where I am. I am using this Mr. Finisher Surfacer 1500 Black, and it is pretty nice. It's like the gray primer. The black primer goes down nice and smooth. The problem is, though, you do have to thin it down pretty well. And you do that like on every other primer paints. Now, I don't know how this part will react or be exposed on this kit, considering that a large majority of the charcoal is going to be covered up. So I said, let me play it safe. I'm going to do it all, except for parts that are obvious. Like, all right, so like here, the legs. Not one part of this leg is exposed because everything is going to be covered up, except for parts that's going to be over the leg, or over the mesh thing that goes on it. I did paint the feet. That's the primer right there. So I said, let me get that, and I'm going to take this off. Actually, you know what? Let me do this now. Take the legs off. I'll take this for now. Use that. And then I'll just paint this. And then later on I'm going to paint the metallic gray. Don't know if I'm going to do metallic gray or gunmetal, but I'll figure it out. But at least I covered that part up. Some parts that needed to be painted, obviously, was the manipulator arms that actually holds up the shield, and I had to take that thing apart. Originally, I was going to paint the whole thing on it, but then I realized I have to move it. Move it one way to paint it, and move it the other way to paint it. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to have to take the whole thing apart because there's no way for me to do this. So right now, I'm priming all these. So I can paint it the colors I want. There we go. This was one of the, I don't know what this was, but I think it's probably one of the parts that holds the weaponry. Here are some of them. The other part of the manipulator right there. So yeah, this is a chore, doing the manipulator arms. And now I'm saying to myself, well, I'm going to be doing this again on the Psycho Zaku, the manipulator arm on that one. That'll be too much for me to do that, but if I do get it, I'm going to have to do that. So let me go back to, I'm going to repeat this again because maybe some people who don't know. So I'm going to do two tones of metallic. The gunmetal, which when you look at it is a nice sheen cover, while this one, the metallic gray, is a little bit lighter gray color but metallic, and it has a different texture. So we'll have a two texture color of the metallic. And I'm trying to figure out, again, like parts like these, if I have to maybe cover it up and whatnot, or maybe use a little brush to brush the little holes and all that stuff. I haven't figured that out yet. This project has taken a little longer than normal. Damn. See? I don't even see it, but there is a scar mark that needs to be sanded down. Alright, so this we'll put to the side, and then we'll let it dry. And then I'll sand it down and then repaint it again. That's the one thing about priming, you always find out if you miss something. And that I've missed a few here and there. Alright, so that's pretty much how far I'm going with this for now. I will not show off me painting this in the colors I mentioned. I will show it off afterwards. And I'm not going to show off me painting the yellow, because we know what yellow looks like. It's only 3 parts in here anyway. And then I will review each part and I'll show it to you guys. And we'll move on from there. Okay? Okay. Here is a small example of all the parts that I have been painting this past, somewhat 2 weeks now, of the full armor Gundam Thunderbolt version. Came out alright. The blue, or the light blue, maybe not a wise choice to use, considering look at the white on this and look at the blue on that. But I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. I kind of like it either way. It's not strong, but it's very light. The blue, on the other hand, on the armored parts, came out pretty damn good. Just getting some stupid things off it. Yeah, that came out alright. I was wondering if it was not going to come out right. Why is that not coming out? I'll figure it later. I don't know. Maybe the vote's not in with this yet, but I think I'm okay with what it is at this moment. The red, on the other hand, is the one that kind of is throwing me off. I think maybe this is where the problem lies. And there's a little bit of a gloss to it, as you could see. I've been thinking about re-spray painting this again. But I wanted to show an example here. So we're going to take this, put it on top of this. Not too hard, because I want to make sure I can take it out and finish up some other things. And here's what it would look like. Here's what it would look like with the orange to do this overall effect. Granted, this shows more pre-shading than everything else. And maybe it's, I don't know if it's kind of good, I don't know if it's kind of bad. I'm actually thinking of re-spray painting this again. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have to think about what I'm going to plan to do and commit to it, because once this thing sticks onto this, I'm going to have a hard time removing it. So that is something that I have to slowly consider. Those orange parts are done. There are other parts that the missile packs. Actually, all the red parts and orange parts, I put them in here, in this little container, so I don't lose nothing. And now I have it here to the side, so I'll put that there. The remaining white parts and blue parts are also separated as well. And I goofed up on one part. You see this, the shoulder here? Well, all these light blue parts, I did apply a little bit of top coat, and I accidentally went a little too far and added a little bit too much top coat there. I don't know if you could see it in the reflection, but there's a buildup here, and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to. I guess I'm going to have to get one of the sanding sticks, maybe a 1000 grit, and try to sand it down a bit. and see if I can remove it. Bottom line, maybe it's not a big loss because it's going to be covered up with the armor and it's going to be the other side, but I'd rather do it perfectly for you guys so you can see how it is. I always show my mistakes, regardless of what it is. For the other colors, I decided to paint the yellow parts, the gold, as you can see there. I don't know if you could see it with the light. Let's see if we could do a nice little zoom in there. Come on, there it is. Maybe this is not a good way of showing it off, but when I do the assembly, you'll see this. And considering I didn't feel like opening up a bottle of yellow, I did the same thing with the two little V-fin things that goes in the crotch area. So those are painted gold as well. Now for the charcoal parts, I painted all of them, gunmetal. So here's the barrels of the gunmetal, which came out okay. The waist part here, and here's the missile pack, which I painted gunmetal. But I also painted these and the doors metallic gray. Whoops, metallic gray. I also painted these little things here metallic gray as well. You'll see this better in the video. And also the manipulator arms right here. Actually, let's see if I can do a zoom again so you guys can see this. See the two-tone right there? There you go. Nice. That came out good. There is just one little gripe, which now I'm going to have to take this whole thing apart. Even though I sanded down everything and I thought I got everything, I missed one little part, and that's this little stupid little part right here. There's a seam line right there. There, you guys can see it. But I was like, I thought that was going to be covered up with this. Now I got to take the whole thing apart up to a certain degree, sand it down, and then apply another layer of gunmetal. It came out good, as you could see here, and I didn't assemble the other one, so at least I'm not going to have that too much trouble taking this whole thing apart. But at least it came out alright. This is basically what I was looking forward to do on this kit. Some other parts for the rail cannon, the missile pack. Oh yeah, I might as well assemble the missile pack since. Let me see. Where did I put it? Here's the missile pack right there. And here's one of the missile front missiles slots. And here's the other. Okay. So I did the inside metallic gunmetal, while the sides were the metallic gray. There we go. See? Come on, good. So I'm going to begin reviewing this again, and then I'll make a decision whether I should repaint the red. I can dull coat the red, get rid of that gloss, but maybe that pre-shading is a little too strong. A little too strong. And the only way around that, I think, is I have to re-spray paint the whole red part black, and then do the wine red again. That hopefully will even out the coat a bit. I don't know yet. I really don't know. But I want to get this thing done soon, so that way I can show it off, and I have to, decide whether I'll take it with me to Comic-Con or I'll be an online entry. But here's my work in progress so far. I hope you guys enjoying it. Next video, of course, will be me putting this puppy together.